Just Drive segment is sponsored by Michigan Auto Law. Did you know that you could be held liable for injuries caused when you text someone you know is driving at the time, but you expect they'll read your text and maybe even respond to it? It's called remote texter liability. And here to talk more about it is attorney Brandon Hewitt from Michigan Auto Law. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, that's a very interesting concept that I've never heard of, remote texter liability. Tell me more about it.
Okay, so simple equation here. If you know, or you have a special reason to know, that the person you are texting with could be driving and will respond to your text, you could be on the hook for the liability of the damages they cause. God forbid they kill somebody. It could be on you.
Instead of on them.
In addition to, probably. So certainly they're not going to get out of it, right? They made the choice to text you, but again, if you have that special reason to know, it's born out of a New Jersey civil case, and there was an 18-year-old who crossed the center line. He happened to be texting at the time. It was against the law in New Jersey. He was texting with a 17-year-old friend, and she knew, or the court found, that she should have known that he was texting her back. And so they saw that, you know, she could potentially be responsible for that.
Because he hit a motorcycle, right? They were driving, following the law and everything, and
yes.
He plowed into a motorcycle.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about this. This is an issue because the number of the likelihood of a crash when we text and we're driving is multiplied many times over. Your goal is to really get the word out about this.
It's 23 times more likely.
I was searching for that number, yes.
Yep, it's 23 more times likely. It's as dangerous, if not, and we strongly believe, more dangerous than drunk driving. And yet it's treated completely differently under the law. If you get caught texting while driving right now, $100 fine, you know, it's a ticket. We all know the ramifications of drunk driving and $10,000 and going to jail, but they're not treated the same. And so I think this remote texter liability issue is saying, okay, we can't rely on the drivers to stop texting. We're going to make sure that even the people who are not driving at the time know that now they could be responsible too. So I think bringing the community in to say, okay, everybody's responsible for this. Now,
and we also have to bring in the business world, right? This is a particular interest to business.
Yeah. So for all the business owners out there, you need to have a policy that you forbid your employees from texting or even talking on the cell phone while they're working for you, while they're in the course and scope of their employment and during business hours. And we think it's very prudent advice to make sure that you have a written policy that you forbid all this action, have the employees sign it, and know that everybody's been told it's a serious issue.
Yeah, you said zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance. You know, the law sets the basement. It sets the minimum. And in our opinion, it's not just enough to follow the law. We should all be going above and beyond to make sure that we are keeping everybody safe out there.
Yeah, especially when we understand so clearly the, as you said, that 26 times more likely. When you know that, you have a responsibility to behave differently when the facts are in like that.
Absolutely. And you know, we're going to see it more and more. Trucking companies, for example, they're a huge problem because they are expected to be in communication with home base or dispatch or the destination they're going to. You're just putting a risk out there that doesn't need to be out there. And we just think that it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can learn more about Michigan Auto Law on their website. We've put a link to it on our site. Just go to WZZM13.com. You'll find it there.